What would you do if you were being transferred for work and had to sell your house, but didn't know exactly when you were going to have to move? I'm Lindsey Jensen with New Generation Home Buyers, and today I'm going to introduce you to Deidre. And she was in this exact predicament. She needed to move to another state for work, but didn't know exactly when she was going to be able to move because of the coronavirus. The interesting thing about Deidre's story is her husband had just gone through the process of selling his house in another state, and he had to do a ton of repairs, and it was a whole process that she didn't really want to go through. She was dragging her feet and had less than 30 days before she was going to have to leave. Watch her story now. So you're getting ready to move, and I just bought your house from you.
Yes, thank you.
So I wanted you to tell your story about kind of how we met and why you decided to sell your house to me instead of putting it on the market because it's a gorgeous house.
Well, you contacted me.
Yes.
Which was pretty awesome because I hadn't even put it on the market yet. But you know,
that was your next. That was your next goal, is to put it on the market, right?
That was my initial plan, was to put it on the market.
Right.
But then you contacted me and you started explaining, just a little bit of what you do. And I'm thinking, of course I'm skeptical, like, wait, I haven't even put it on the market yet. But anyway, you came over and you explained the process to me. I appreciate the level that you explained, because I've never heard of what you do before. But going through a realtor and watching how my husband, has gone through a realtor, it's setting up appointments after appointments. If they can't get into the house, it's, hey, can you come help us? And then the paperwork, And
your husband sold his literally right before I contacted you, right? So this was very fresh.
Super fresh
in your mind.
Yes.
About what a pain in the butt it was for him.
Yeah, and that's why I was dragging my feet.
Yeah.
Because, he had to repaint the trimmings. I guess that's
the
a
trim.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so and it was just one thing after another, and
these were the requirements from the sellers in order to get it sold, right?
Correct.
Hey, do this. Okay, now do this. Okay, now do this. Okay, now do this. Oh, and by the way, he had to replace his roof, right?
Yes, because based off of the buyers, whatever type of loan that they had, it required A, B, C, and it was just one thing right after another that he just had to fix.
Yeah. So it was really, I know you were really excited about how I explained the process would go with me versus going through all that.
Yes.
And then you didn't have a ton of stuff to fix. I didn't give you a whole list of stuff. We did replace the roof, but that was a team effort on our part. And then did you have to have anything out of your pocket for that?
No, I didn't. And that was amazing. I totally appreciate that.
Yeah. So we worked together on that, and we got that done super fast.
Super quick.
And so I get a house with a good roof. You didn't have to pay a darn thing. And that was partly because of some of my connections in the industry and stuff, and which I love to help people with. I absolutely love that part. My favorite thing is giving good people business and then also helping you guys sell your house, and I get a good one. So it works with everybody, and I love that part. So what was did everything go exactly how I explained it from the very beginning?
It did. It did, to the T.
Cool.
Yes.
And then what was your favorite part of the whole thing?
How quick, easy, simple it was. I would bring stuff to you and, oh, don't worry about it. This is how we're going to fix it. You always had a solution to any questions, or, if I was confused on something, I could always give you a call, and right away you had an answer, and it was taken care of.
Good. Was there anything that could have been done better, do you think?
No. I'm taking a minute because it was so smooth, and I'm a worrier. I worry a lot, and I'll bring it to your attention. You're like, oh no, don't worry about that, or hey, this is what I did. Oh, hey, I got this, or hey, this is a solution for this, or it was real smooth. Again, I'm a worrier. You didn't let me worry.
Good. That's what I try to do.
Carry that, just let me have my moment. But no, you had an answer, quick, swift, easy.
Good.
It was awesome.
That's what I love, and that's what I really, really try to do for people, because it is one of the most stressful things you can go through, selling a house, especially when you have to do it fast.
Yes.
And you probably would have ended up having to do it from your new location, or having your husband do it.
Yeah.
And have to stay here longer than you wanted, right?
Because there's no telling when the house will sell with an agent.
Yeah.
And that was one of my concerns, because that's what I'm used to seeing. I mean, is going through a realtor and paperwork this, paperwork that. But your process just went so smooth that I'm just, what's missing? What am I forgetting? Are you sure? Like, really? And that's already included, or we've already did that, or that's what this was. Oh, it was so smooth.
It was a team effort.
Yes. Mm-hmm. And I appreciate that.
Good. Cool. Well, that's awesome. What would you tell someone else in your position that's either selling a house or has to move quickly, or what's your biggest piece of advice?
Biggest piece of advice is to, just trust you. Everything you said was to the T.
Good.
And I know it's difficult to get away from the norm or the average of selling a house. Like, you have certain expectations going through a realtor or an agent, but with you, it's so straight to the point that just relax. Like, I think that's the biggest thing, because I had a lot of worries or concerns, but you were on it.
And we had maybe 3 weeks between the time we met and the time we closed, right?
If that. Yeah, because we had originally planned for
August, right?
Well, I think it was this Friday, the 17th. But then it's like last minute, the 10th, like a week early. So.
Yeah, and we still made it.
Yes, we did.
So, and the other cool thing is, because you didn't know when you were going to leave, you didn't know if it was going to be August or if it was going to be sooner.
Right.
And I was able to tell you it doesn't matter, you can stay in your house till August, or we can move it up to sooner. So you didn't have to get all your stuff out and then find another place to live.
Yes.
You guys could stay in your home until you're ready to go.
You're very flexible.
Yeah. And that's because we don't need the house to move into at any point in time. So it makes it really smooth. Yeah.
Yes.
So cool.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, awesome. Well, thank you for doing this, and thanks for telling everybody else out there what to expect, and that I'm a real person, and that this actually goes the way I say it goes, and kind of sharing your story. So thank you.
Yes, definitely. Right. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. As you can see from Deidre's story, we were able to come in and give her the amount she needed, so she didn't have to bring money to the table at closing. So she was able to also leave on the date of her choice. We had actually planned to close this deal at the end of the month, and she ended up having to move it up by more than a week, and we were able to close within that week time frame. If you have a property that you need to sell quickly, or if you owe too much on your property, or if it needs some work, please give me a call. I'd be happy to sit down with you and figure out how we can solve whatever problem you have. I'm Lindsey Jensen with New Generation Homebuyers. Thank you for watching this video. Can't wait to talk to you.